Hi friends, welcome to First Studies YouTube channel. This is part 34 in Azure Data Factory Real-Time Scenarios playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to dynamically pass expression into data flow transformations in Azure Data Factory. That means my expression will be available in some file or table, and I should take that expression from there and dynamically pass that expression into data flow transformations in the Azure Data Factory. Let's try to explain the requirement first so that you will get a clear idea. So see here, under there is a data ADLS Gen 2 account in which I have a ADF demo container, and there is a folder called data folder in it. So inside this there are a couple of files. So let's assume I have a rules file.csv file. So what I should do, I should read this file first according to my requirement, and in this file I have two columns, file name and rule. So file name, this column will contain which file I have to process, and rule column will contain based upon what expression I should process that file. For example, here this line says I should process employees.csv file, that means this file, and my expression should be like this. Wherever the gender column value equals to male in that file, then take only that particular rows into maybe output folder. So maybe I want to load a output file into output folder. Okay, so this is in data is a input folder, let's assume like that, and I should take only male employees according to this expression from the employees.csv file, and generate that new file inside a output folder, something like that. Okay, so if you see this by name gender equals to male, this is actually expression what we write inside our data flow. So inside a data flow there is something called filter activity, filter transformation. So that filter transformation will ask you to provide some expression. Based upon that expression output, it is going to take the data from the input source. So by name is a function that will helps you to point to any column by column name. So here by name gender, that means by name, if there is any column called gender, then point to that column, and inside that column if any value equals to male, that means if gender column value is male, then pick that, right? That is what this expression meaning is actually. So this expression I want to load it dynamically into data flow. Of course, to escape this single quotes, I used this forward slash in the file, because this will help you to escape the single characters from the string. Okay, so let me explain you little detail about this requirement first. So this is my data factory. Let me go here, let me create a new data flow here, and let me add a source here. Under the source transformation, for your understanding, now let me create a new data set which is pointing to my employees.csv file first. So this CSV format, and then here let's assume this is like employees file, so employees emps, and I have a data lake storage account linked service already created. If I open, this is pointing to Mahir ADLS Gen 2 account only. Okay, and here let me browse for my file, for example. So right now I am just trying to directly point to that file, and then I want to explain you the requirement. I want to explain how the filter transformation and other transformations will behave actually. So let's wait for here for a browse file to browse here. ADF demo is a container name and data is a folder name, and here let me point to a file called employees.csv file. So let me hit OK. So first row is header, let me select OK. So this is going to point to my employees.csv file, and let me go to my storage account here. If I go to employees.csv file, so let me go to employees.csv file. See here I have this ID, name, gender, skills. So wherever the gender is male, I want to take that values. So if I want to do this kind of thing, what I will do, I will be adding a filter transformation. Okay, and in the filter transformation, here I can write a expression. So here what I can say, since I created a static data set which is pointing to my employees file here, so if I go to this data set which is pointing to employees file, I got the schema also. So let's assume I haven't got the schema. Okay, for example, now if I go to data flow, if I go to projection of source, I won't see any schema. So in this case, how I can point to my that gender column? So for that you need to use this by name function. By name, wherever I see a column with the name gender, then point to that column, and if that column value equals to male, then take that rows. So this is how you actually write a expression. Okay, so if you use this kind of expression, then it is going to get you only male employees from that particular file. Okay, let's wait for this fetch data to happen here, because I have enabled data flow debug mode. It should go and fetch the data. because in a debug fashion. Okay, so let's wait for the preview to happen here, so that you will also make sense whether this expression is actually working correctly or not. So let's wait for here to happen. See, I got only male employees here, right? So why this magic is happening? Because of this expression. So now what I am trying to say, this expression is not going to be directly written in the data flow like this. So according to my requirement, now the expressions also will be available in some file, in some lookup file, and we should dynamically take this expression into our data flow here. So how to do that? So that is what our requirement. So let's try to implement this requirement first. Let me close all these tabs. Let me close this dataset as well. I don't want to save anything. So let me create a new pipeline first. First, what I should do, I should try to read the data using lookup activity from the rules file. So let me use a lookup activity here to read the data from the rules.csv file, to read the data from this file. And here let me create a new dataset from data lake storage gen2 CSV format. Then this is like rules file. So maybe rules file, this is what the name I will give. Let me select my linked service. First row is header in my file. Let me browse for a location to select. Under ADF demo container, I have a data folder. Inside a data folder, I have a file called this one, rules file.csv. So I have selected it. Let me hit OK. So this will create a data set for me for the rules.csv file. If I open the data set, if I perform the preview data, then it should give me that, see, for now it has only one row, employees.csv file has to be processed, and this is what the expression on which I have to filter the data and process. Okay, so and this escape symbols are to escape that single quotes. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go to pipeline. So lookup activity is trying to get here. Let me remove this first row only under the lookup activity, and if I run this lookup activity, what it will do, it will try to read all the data from that file, and it will give all the data in a array fashion under key called value. So let me practically show you that. So right now I executed my pipeline in a debug mode with the lookup activity. If I go to output JSON of the lookup activity, I can see there is a array called value. So for this array, I can see there is only one item because only one row, so only one JSON object which has file name and rule. So this is how the array will generate. If I have 10 rows, 10 objects will be there inside this value array. So let me take this into one notepad. Let me open a notepad here. Let me paste it here because I need this file name and rule things in future to write an expression. So let me close this here. So now lookup activity will get all the rows from that rules file. Then for each row, one file has to be processed. So I will use for each iterator here, and here in sequence order under items I will be passing output of lookup activity and value array. So lookup activity output dot in the output value is a array, value is a key which holds that array. So I should pass that. So this will pass the array inside the for each to iterate. So of course my array is having only one object, so only one iteration will happen. So inside the for each activity, maybe I will use a data flow activity to start processing my file. Okay, so now data flow activity is I have used it here. So now let me create a new data flow here. Okay, this is my new data flow. Let me add a source transformation here. Now here let me create a new data set which is blob storage gen2 type CSV format, and here this is my source file, maybe like source file. This is what I will give my data set name. Okay, or source file from gen2. Okay, so now let me select a linked service here. So first row is going to be header in my files. Let me browse ADF demo. Then data is a folder. I will not select the file name here. Why? Because my file name will come as part of this item in the value array, and dynamically I should point to this file as a source. So I am not going to select any file here. I have selected only ADF demo container data folder. Let me hit OK. Don't import any schema. Let me hit OK. So this creates a data set here. Let me open this data set. It is pointing to the data folder, but it is not pointing to any file. So let me go to parameters here. Let me create a new parameter called maybe like file name. Okay, and let me go to connection. Here inside a data set, let me select this data set parameter called file name. So now my data set is parameterized to point to any file inside the data folder. Now for this parameter, whatever the value I pass, that file will get passed. So value I will be passing from my values array file name key. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to my pipeline now. See, if I go to pipeline here, lookup activity get me this value array, and that value array I am passing into my for each. So inside the for each, if I go to data flow activity, so data flow, if you see here, inside the data flow I have selected a data set which is parameterized for the file name, right? So that is the reason if you see this pipeline under the data flow activity, it says the same parameter. Okay, so this data flow uses a data set which is parameterized and the parameter name is file name. Please pass the value for this file name. So here I should pass that value. So right now I am inside the for each activity, right? So I should say item dot file name to actually point to any file. So let me copy this file name here, add dynamic content. So item for each item dot file name. So this will give me this file name, this employees.csv. Okay, so now let me open this data flow once again. So source is fine, there is no projection, of course. Why? Because I haven't imported anything and my dataset is going to dynamically point to any file. Okay, so now here after this I should add a filter transformation, and here the expression what I have to use is as part of my output, my rules file. So this expression dynamically I should pass it there. So how to do that? Let me go to my pipeline, let me go to my data flow only. Let me hit this gray area. Inside the data flow I am trying to create a parameter here, maybe like this is called filter rule. So I will name it like a filter rule. Okay, so now since this data flow has a parameter, wherever I am using this data flow so there this parameter value also you should pass. So this data flow actually I am using inside this pipeline, right? So if I go to data flow activity, if I go to parameters, see here it will ask me. So here I should pass that. So what I should pass? Item dot then rule. Rule is the key which holds my actual expression, right? So I should pass this like this, item dot rule. Let me hit OK. So this is done. Now let me go to data flow once again. In the filter activity, now here I should dynamically load that expression. So my expression will come as part of this data flow parameter called filter rule. So this will give the expression, but filter activity actually works like in a boolean fashion. Actually, see, it is showing the red color. That means there is a error. Why the error is, right now this expression, this parameter is a string type. If you see, this is a string type. Okay, and now if I directly use this like this, the parameter, then this entire thing is actually going to act as a string only. That means this entire thing is going to actually become string only. Data flow will not know like this is an expression. So how to make sure data flow to know this is an expression? Firstly, that is what we have to do. And second thing, whatever the expression we write here, that expression should evaluate into boolean, true or false. Then only the filter transformation is going to take that row. If true, then row will be considered for the output. If false, then row will not be considered. So what we should do, firstly, this entire thing, this filter transformation should always return boolean. So what I will do, I will keep this entire thing in a two boolean function, this expression. So now this expression is as it is, I kept, I haven't did any transformation. So as I said, this is going to be evaluated as a string and it is going to be give error to us actually. So to avoid that error, to make sure this entire value whatever we pass inside this parameter, to make sure that value should not be considered as a string, it should be considered as an expression. For that there is some function available, so which is called expr. So this function actually helps you to take any string and to evaluate that string into expression. So this is the main motive of this video. This function help you to pass any dynamic string. I mean, your expression can be passed as a string, and runtime data flow will try to convert that string into expression and it will evaluate accordingly. So now this parameter is going to hold this entire string, and this string will be converted as an expression because of this function. And finally, according to expression gender column, wherever we see male, we should take that rows. So that's what the logic will happen here. Let me hit this save and finish now. Let me add a string transformation here, and here in the string transformation, let me create a new data flow. As I said, I want to load that male employees data into employee file into output folder. So let me select this delimited text too. So this is going to be maybe like output folder. This is what the name I give, output folder gen2. Okay, then let me select my linked service which is pointing to my gen2. Let me browse location under ADF demo container. So there is a folder called output. Inside this folder that file should land, my processed file. So let me hit OK. No schema import. Okay, so now let me go to settings here. So I want the output, my file name option should be output to a single file. So I want the entire file should be loaded as a single file. Let me hit this single partition, and here maybe emp mail.csv. This is what the file name I want to keep. Okay, so now here what I can do, this data flow implementation is completed. Now let me go to my pipeline and see here under the data flow activity also I have passed item.rule to pass my expression dynamically. So everything is fine. So now if I execute this pipeline, it should work fine. That means it should go and read this file first and try to process this employees file and try to take this expression into filter transformation and filter the data accordingly and load that final data into output folder. So let me go to ADF demo container, and here under output folder it should create a file called emp mail. So let's see here how the execution goes. So I just started my debug execution. You see lookup activity execution successful. Then for each activity started. For each activity gets only one array value key with only one object or one item inside the array. So only one data flow execution will happen. And if I see the data flow, in my input parameter I have passed my expression into this filter rule parameter, right? And also for my data set I have passed my employees.csv file to point to that employee.csv file as well. So here let's wait for this execution to completed, and then when we go to storage and when we go to output folder, here we should see employee mails file, and inside that mails file we should see all mail employees. So let me go to my data factory here. So let's wait for the execution to complete here. Great, my execution completed. If you have see execution is completed, let me go to my output folder. Let me refresh this folder. Sri employee mail.csv file generated. If I open this file, if I go to edit, I should see all mail employees. See this is how it works. See, this contains only male employees, and if I go to data folder and if I see the actual employees.csv file, this contains even female employees as well. That means my file properly, see there are some female employees as well, right? So I hope you guys understood this, how I am dynamically taking my expression from a file and then dynamically converting that expression in runtime here as a actual expression. So all the magic is happening because of this expr function. This is going to take your expression string and convert it into actual expression rather than considering it as a string. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever I have videos. Thank you so much.